Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Phillips. It's been a while. I am going live because I can't post a video right now. For some reason, my computer is not letting me use my iMovie. It's just shutting itself down. So I'm live, and I wanted to come talk to you because, hi Charlotte. I just finished this book, which was highly recommended by lots of students, and I wanted to talk about it because it was really impactful to me, and I think it would be for you as well. So the book is called Refugee, and it's written by Alan Gratz, and I know there are a lot of you who are fans of Alan Gratz's work. He wrote, oh my gosh, Project 1065 and Prisoner B, some numbers. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name, but he's a prolific author and writes a lot of historical fiction and some other things that aren't historical fiction too. But this one is really interesting because it's a Golden Sower nominee, for one thing, for all of us Nebraska kids. It is I believe it's one of the young adult young adult nominees. But it's actually 3 different stories that all weave together into one. So the first character that we meet is Joseph, and he is living in Berlin in 1938. And so his family is trying to flee Germany. They're Jewish. And so we meet him and his sister and his parents. His dad on Kristallnacht is taken to a concentration camp. And when he's finally released, they decide to leave Germany. So that's Joseph, and they board the St. Louis, a ship called the St. Louis, headed for Cuba. And the next character that we meet is Cuban, and her name is Isabel, and she's living in Cuba, in Havana, in 1994, and her family are trying to flee Cuba from Fidel Castro's regime, and they are trying to get to Miami so that they can get asylum in the United States. And it's her and her parents, and then some neighbors. I'm not ready for that one yet. Some neighbors also that build a boat and are trying to get the dry feet rule. So there was wet feet. If they were caught in the water, then they were shipped back to Cuba. But if they were, they made it onto dry land, then hold on, I'm doing a video. Okay. Then they were able to claim asylum in the United States. Hi, Annie. And then the third character that we see, hey, you guys, this is live. I have students that are watching right now, and they want to see that you are good listeners and are well behaved. Okay? This is why we shouldn't be going live. Hi, Caroline. So the last character that we meet is Mahmoud, and he is living in Syria in 2015, and they are trying to flee Syria. His apartment is bombed, and they're trying to get out. So what Alan Gratz does is weaves these stories all together in a really interesting way, kind of not necessarily what you would expect. But this story was heart-wrenching. I couldn't stop reading it. I read it really quickly, and I loved the way it was written. So I definitely highly recommend it. And because I am interested in this topic, I happened to get this book, which is a book that my sister gave me for my birthday, but it's also set in Havana. So I'm still living in the Cuban world. So thank you. Sorry about my kids that are being a distraction, but until I post next time, happy reading.
Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get